Hey everybody, I wanted to share how did I lose weight after my third pregnancy. First of all, you can do this after any number of pregnancies. The main goal is to move and make it fun for you. And I also want to say, I really hope that these videos that I'm making give you a sense of hope that you really can do this and you're not alone. And no matter how you feel, you'll be able to make progress and get where you want to be. I started off this time with a program I paid for that focused on partner workouts, but you could do them yourself as well. I don't think Eric ever did them with me, but they looked fun, so I decided to try it. I don't actually remember the name of it. It was fun, but you could tell the video was not professionally done. I didn't let that bother me too much at the time. It incorporated lifting weights, which I really liked. I think the thing to learn with this is you don't have to pay a lot of money to get a good workout and to lose weight. However, especially with lifting weights, you do need to know what you're doing. I had taken weightlifting classes in high school and college, and I could spot when one of the coaches of this program did something with bad form. That is so bad. You don't want to pay for something that's teaching you bad form. And even if it's free, obviously you don't want bad form. You need to make sure you get something good, something where everyone who's teaching you knows what the heck they're doing. So if you get a program that doesn't help you specifically know how to practice proper form with weights, you will end up hurting yourself eventually. It's going to happen. Be careful with whatever program you choose. I feel like proper form comes more natural to me than it does to maybe some other people. I don't need as much explaining from a coach. I can watch what the person does and mimic it for proper form. But I think part of that is also from my background of taking weights classes and having a teacher way back when. It just has helped. Even now, for me, having some explanation helps, like when to tighten your abs to support your back, etc. There are things you just need to know and someone to tell you, especially if you're beginning or it's a new move that you haven't done before. Anyway, in a later video, I'll share some other really great free workouts by people who make it fun, keep things interesting, and really know what they're talking about. There's definitely some out there that I have seen and used and really love, so I'll share those with you. After this third pregnancy, I got some good starting results from that partner workout program, but then I moved on to Vinyasa Yoga at the studio. I didn't know it when I started, but I love Vinyasa. Now you might be thinking, I hate yoga. I would never do yoga. But like I said, I didn't know it when I started, but I love Vinyasa. When people usually think of yoga, they are actually thinking of Hatha yoga. It is very slow and holding poses for longer periods. I actually can't stand it. I cannot stand Hatha yoga. So Vinyasa is my style. It flows faster. I love the workout I get in and all the movement. If you think you don't like yoga, try Vinyasa yoga. There's actually a lot of different forms of yoga. The whole reason I tried Vinyasa yoga was because a neighbor invited me to go along with her. If she hadn't, I'm not sure I ever would have tried it out. I'm not sure what would have made me feel like ever trying it out. So don't be afraid to try new things. You might realize that you actually love it. I combined the yoga with Bill Phillips workouts. These are weights and other exercises. He teaches you how to lift, proper form, what other exercises you can do to get the best results from the workouts, like what to pair with weightlifting. I checked out his book, Body for Life, and followed the workouts there. If I remember correctly, he also had some free videos at the time, but I'm not sure if he still offers those. The Body for Life program was interesting and fun. I loved how I could see my body shifting to a healthier version of myself. It was very, very exciting. It's so fun to see that change in yourself. I mostly followed his eating suggestions, but with healthier food items than he sometimes suggests. But overall, I feel like it's a really great format for how to eat and what to eat. one takeaway from Bill Phillips that has helped me from that point on till now is how to measure your protein, healthy carbs, healthy fats, and veggies without macros or a scale. This changed my life. And it's so easy, it's so simple. I really don't, at this point in my life, I don't ever want to track macros. I know it's helpful for some people, but it just feels way too overwhelming. I have 5 kids to feed, I have myself to feed, I have my husband to feed. It just feels like it would be awful to try to do that. So the way he tells you to do this is by your hand size. Now, this is super helpful because our bodies are all different. We're different heights, different weights, yada, yada. But you can go by your own personal hand size. And this palm size would be your portion of meat. A fist would be your portion of healthy carbs. And he goes by your thumb for healthy fats, but I just would grab like a handful or maybe half of an avocado, something like that. Although the thumb would work for if you're using olive oil or avocado oil or something like that. And that worked perfectly well for me. For example, say you wanted some nuts, I would grab a handful of nuts, not just limit it to a thumb size for that. And as far as veggies go, you basically get unlimited veggies for each meal. So once you have all your sizes for the other things, then you put whatever veggies, salads, grilled veggies, just be creative. Eat some veggies. I got really good at making salads different ways because I just really enjoyed them. But there are plenty of vegetable options that I made different ways as well. If people want some more veggie options and ideas, let me know. And I can post up some recipes for you. So, say you are still hungry after you've had your portion of meat and healthy carbs and healthy fats and a serving of vegetables. Just eat more vegetables. You have unlimited vegetables. So, if you're still hungry, just eat more vegetables. Although I will say that if my plate had my serving sizes on it and then was full of vegetables, I wasn't hungry after that. I was typically very satisfied and felt good. Always remember to drink water throughout the day. This is one other thing that I did, and I don't remember if I had picked it up from Bill Phillips or some other research that I had done, but when you're exercising, a gallon of water a day is actually very, very good for you. You just don't want to do it all at the same time, obviously, but you spread it out throughout the day. And that sounds like a lot. It is a lot, but it's good. It's good. It was good for me. And one thing I did notice was that when I started working up to drinking more water, I started getting headaches and researched that. Apparently, the science behind that is you're flushing out a lot of your sodium and that your body has been holding on to, and you need more. You need to balance it out. So after looking that up and trying to figure out what to do, I came across a trainer who said to drink pickle juice after a workout or through the day to try to balance that out. And it works. It really does work. So I don't eat food coloring, so I had to find some pickles that didn't have food coloring, which at the time I lived close to a Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. Both of those stores you can find pickles without food coloring. So anyway, I was super excited that that worked. So I would drink water and I would drink some pickle juice every day. So right now I'm still working back up to drinking enough water, but the goal is a gallon of water every day. And you can research that. I'm never going to say that every person should do everything exactly the same, but research it, try it out if you want, and see if it's good for you. But the pickle juice saved me. So you can probably drink a electrolyte drink that is actually healthy for you. I would beg you not to go out and drink a Powerade or a Gatorade. Please, no. That's not helpful. It's not. It's just not helpful. Ugh. I've actually made my own electrolyte drinks with some coconut water mixed with regular water. You put in a little bit of lemon juice and a tiny pinch of salt. I'm pretty sure that's everything. I'd have to look to make sure that's everything, but I'm pretty sure it is. That is a much healthier electrolyte drink than a Gatorade or any other marketed electrolyte drink. They're just gross. They're not good for people. Yeah. Anyway, off that, I do want to say that the way Bill Phillips lays out to eat in portion sizes really changed my life. It was the most helpful thing I think I've learned. One other thing I learned to do is eat every 3 hours in smaller sizes. So those portion sizes go along with the every 3 hours. So you're drinking water, you're eating those portion sizes. You have about three main meals and three that are more like snacks, but they still have a protein and a healthy carb. And if you're still hungry, add some veggies. So it works really, really well and much better for you than three larger meals throughout the day. One of my favorite snack ideas from him at the time was cottage cheese with yogurt on top. It really hit the spot at this point in my life. It helped me stay away from snacking, which can completely thwart your progress on losing weight, even if it's a healthy snack food. So cottage cheese with yogurt, you can put any flavor you want on top, or you could do like plain yogurt with some berries if you want. That has never really tasted good to me. It just hasn't. But if it tastes good to you, definitely do it. Oh, you could also try the cottage cheese with yogurt and maybe a jam that you like. That could. Then you can kind of mix it up more and it might taste better that way. I also took my kids on walks consistently while I wore Isaac facing me in a little baby carrier. That's one of the carriers that I really, really love. My two older kids sat in a double stroller on the walks, and as they got older, I let them scooter sometimes, but that gets tricky if you want a real walk for exercise. It just doesn't stay a walk consistently. They tend to get distracted and look at things, which is lovely, but not ideal for a workout. The most important thing is consistency. Move your body every day in a fun way. Get outside. I usually do my workout portion inside, but then I would try to get outside for a walk or outside for movement in some way. Remember, get healthy, stay healthy, and come back here for tips. You got this.